All right, I'm Sergeant First Class Wetzel, and I'm going to be demonstrating prepare an AT4 for firing and perform misfire procedures on an AT4. First thing I'm going to do is look downrange. I'm going to identify my target. Okay, I have a tank downrange. I'm going to start off by standing perpendicular of my target, so my left foot is going to be closest to the target, and I'm 90 degrees faced away from the target. I'm going to have the AT4 slung on my right shoulder with a muzzle pointed towards the ground. I'm going to start with my hands off the sling and off the weapon. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the AT4 with my right hand. I'm going to move it over to place it into the crook of my left arm and secure the rest of the weapon with my left hand, which will cradle the weapon. I'll use my right hand to take out the transport safety pin and unsnap the shoulder stop, grabbing the shoulder stop with my right hand. I'm going to move my left hand forward to the front portion of the sling, and I'm going to push the weapon out and away from my body, lifting it onto my shoulder while turning my body 90 degrees. With my right hand, I'm going to move to open the front sight cover. Then I'm going to open the rear sight cover. At that point, I'm going to use my right hand, I got to reset the weapon. I'm going to use my right hand to wrap my thumb around the cocking lever and use the rest of my fingers on the front portion of the firing mechanism to push the cocking lever forward and move it over to the fire position. I'm going to use my right hand to adjust my range to the appropriate range. In this instance, is 200 meters. I'm going to turn my head and eyes over my left shoulder and make sure that my back blast area is clear, and I'm going to verbalize back blast area clear. I'm going to use my middle and index finger to depress my safety catch. I'm going to pull the weapon in my shoulder and aim down my sights, and I'm going to fire the AT4, at which point I experience a misfire. I'm going to hold this position, keeping my safety catch and my trigger button depressed, and this moves us into the conduct misfire procedures for an AT4 portion. All right. I'm going to state misfire, back blast area clear. I'm going to remove my hands. I'm going to wait 5 seconds. I'm going to turn my head and eyes and vocalize back blast area clear. I'm going to recock the weapon, re-depress the the safety catch, pull the weapon into my shoulder, and fire. At which point I'll experience another misfire, and I will say loud enough that everyone in the immediate area can hear misfire. I'll remove my hands from the weapon. I'll say, waiting 2 minutes. I will move the weapon back over to the safe position, rotate it down off my shoulder, keeping the weapon pointed down range, and cradle it back in my left arm. I'll reinsert the transport safety pin. I'll verbalize breaking my sights, and I'll place the weapon on the ground, pointing in a safe direction. And that'll complete this task.